Henry Cejudo's comeback continues to backfire after UFC Seattle defeat. Henry Cejudo's decision to retire at the peak of his career at UFC 249 is now being scrutinized more than ever. 5 years later, following a third consecutive loss at UFC Seattle, fans and analysts are questioning whether his comeback was a mistake. Cejudo fell to Song Yadong via unanimous technical decision last Saturday at Climate Pledge Arena. The fight was shaping up to be a back-and-forth battle until an accidental eye poke left Cejudo unable to continue due to blurred vision. This latest setback drops Cejudo to 0-3 since returning from his multi-year retirement in 2023. He previously lost a split decision to then-champion Aljamain Sterling at UFC 288, followed by a dominant defeat against current titleholder Merab Dvalishvili at UFC 298. Fans criticize Cejudo for tarnishing his legacy with UFC return. Following his latest loss, a clip of Cejudo's UFC 249 retirement speech resurfaced online, fueling debate over whether his decision to return hurt his legacy. Cejudo has literally tarnished his reputation, one fan wrote on X. Worst decision was coming back. Stained his legacy. He should have stayed retired. He thought he could retire at the top and hold out for a bigger check, but the UFC and its fans didn't flinch when he left. Despite calls for retirement, Cejudo remains determined to work his way back into the bantamweight title picture. However, UFC CEO Dana White has shown no interest in booking an immediate rematch between Cejudo and Yadong, instead pushing the rising contender closer to a title opportunity. Former rival Demetrious Johnson calls for Cejudo to retire. One of Cejudo's greatest rivals, former UFC flyweight champion Demetrious Johnson, publicly urged him to consider retiring after UFC Seattle. Johnson questioned whether Cejudo, now 38 years old, still has what it takes to contend for a title, especially with outside business ventures pulling him away from full-time competition. For now, Cejudo remains optimistic about his future and is eyeing another high-profile fight to stay in the bantamweight mix. However, with time running out, his next move could define his lasting legacy, either as one of the sport's greatest multi-division champions or as a fighter who stayed one comeback too long.